Dear students, today's topic is arbitrary planar motion. In that, we have to derive the expressions for radial and transverse components of velocity and acceleration. What is arbitrary planar motion? When a particle is in planar motion, if there is no restriction to its motion, then the motion is said to be arbitrary planar motion. Consider a particle of mass m in arbitrary planar motion. Let the motion be restricted to x and y plane. The motion is in xy plane and it is the arbitrary one. There is no restriction to the motion of that particle. The particle is moving along this curved path. It's an arbitrary motion along this curved path. Here we have a particle moving along this curved path. At any instant, let P be the position of that particle at any instant. Then the radius vector is nothing but line joining the particle to the origin, OP. It is the position vector of the particle denoted as R vector. R vector is the position vector at any instant T. And at that instant, let theta be the angle subtended by this position vector R with x-axis. Theta also called as angular displacement of the particle. When the particle is in rotational motion or in a curved motion, the displacement is called angular displacement, velocity is angular velocity, and acceleration is angular acceleration. So here, theta also called as the angular displacement. Now, let us find out the radial and transverse components of velocity. Let V be the velocity of the particle. Then here the particle has got the velocity of the particle has got two components. One is the component along the radius vector called the radial component. Another component is component along in the direction perpendicular to this radius vector. It is along the transverse. See, this is the transverse drawn at this point. The tangent drawn to the curved path to the curve at the point P. The tangent drawn is this one, and the component of velocity along this tangent is called the transverse component. The velocity along the radius vector is called the radial component. Velocity along the tangent drawn to the curve at the given point is called the transverse component. So, when a particle is in arbitrary planar motion, the velocity of the particle has got two components. One is the radial component, other one is the transverse component. So, we write V vector as VR vector plus VT vector, combination of these two components or the addition of these two components. And the radial component, it is written as VR R cap, where R cap unit vector along the radius vector along the radial direction, R cap unit vector along the radial direction, and VT vector written as VT T cap, where T cap the unit vector along the transverse direction, along this perpendicular direction. So that we have V vector is VR R cap plus VT T cap. R cap, T cap are the unit vectors. Now, by definition, velocity is nothing but dr vector by dt. In the previous class we discussed velocity is defined as rate of displacement, rate of change of position. So dr vector by dt. What is R vector? You can write it as R cap. Any vector can be written as a product of magnitude and the direction. Nothing but the unit vector. So that d by dt of R cap. Now here let us differentiate. Both R and R cap are the variables. Remember, R and R cap both are variables. Both magnitude and direction both are varying here. Magnitude as well as direction both are varying. So R cap both are the variables. Now differentiate. Apply the product rule. While differentiating, apply the product rule. You know the method how to differentiate. So differentiation of the first one, that is dr by dt into the second factor, it is R cap, plus first factor into differentiation of the second one. We apply the product rule. So differentiation of the first factor into the second one plus first factor into differentiation of the second. And here, say dr by dt, R varies with t. The magnitude of this position vector is varying with time t. Dr by dt into R cap plus here R into, see here, it is dr cap by dt. Here direction is not varying with time. So we write dr cap by dt as dr cap by d theta into d theta by dt. See, this also you can take into t theta divided by d theta. So that you get dr cap by d theta into d theta by dt. So that, see, this dr by dt, the first derivative of, see, this is the magnitude. R is the magnitude of the vector R. So dr by dt, the first derivative denoted by the dot. So r dot r cap plus r kept as it is into dr cap by d theta, the variation of r cap, unit vector r cap with theta. We had derived the two results in the previous class. dA cap by d theta is a perpendicular cap. dA perpendicular cap by d theta is minus a cap. That one is applied here. So dr cap by d theta, one should get t cap, the unit vector along the perpendicular, it is t cap. And d theta by dt denoted as theta dot. Differentiation with respect to t denoted by the symbol dot. So that d theta by dt is theta dot. So we get v vector as r dot r cap plus r theta dot t cap. And this is the expression for velocity of the particle in arbitrary planar motion. Here, if you compare the two equations 1 and 2, compare the equations 1 and 2. See, in the place of Vr, we have r dot. In the place of Vt, we have r theta dot. So then, Vr is equal to r dot, Vt is r theta dot. And these two are radial and transverse components of velocity of the particle in arbitrary planar motion. Next is acceleration. See, the particle is moving in a curved path. Velocity changes means there is acceleration. Now, let us find out the radial and transverse components of acceleration. Now, acceleration is also has got two components. So, we write a vector as ar vector plus at vector. Radial component and transverse component along this direction. That is, a vector is, again, any vector can be written as the product of the magnitude and the unit vector. So that ar vector is ar r cap, at vector is at t cap. Let the equation be 3. Now, by definition, what is acceleration? Rate of change of velocity. So, acceleration is dv vector by dt. That is, d by dt of, now write the expression for v. What is v? We have the expression for v as r dot r cap plus r theta dot t cap. Substitute that. Write v vector as r dot r cap plus r theta dot t cap. Now differentiate. Again apply the product rule. Here two terms, first and second. Apply the product rule, differentiate. So what do you get? First one is d by dt of r dot r cap plus d by dt of r theta dot t cap. This becomes d by dt of r dot r cap plus d by dt of r theta dot t cap. Now d by dt of r dot r cap, what do you get? See, if I write here, this becomes d by dt of r dot r cap plus d by dt of r theta dot t cap. Now first one, again two terms, again apply the product rule. For this also you have to apply the product rule. When you apply the product rule, differentiation of the first term dr dot by dt into r cap plus the first term r dot into differentiation of the second dr cap by dt. So d by dt of r dot r cap is over. We get this. Next, d by dt of r. So what is it? D by dt of r theta dot t cap. D by dt of r theta dot t cap. Here see three variables r theta dot and t cap. All are the variables. So here again we apply the product rule. We write this as d by dt of, we take r theta dot as a single term. Take r theta dot as one term, t cap the other one. So that d by dt of r theta dot into t cap plus r theta dot into dt cap by dt. Again, you have to expand this. Again, you have to expand because d by dt of r theta dot. Again, two terms there. D by dt of r theta dot. Again, apply the product rule. Say for this, these two terms. See one more thing. This is as it is plus r dot dr cap by dt. Remember, a unit vector with respect to t is always written as dr cap by d theta into d theta by dt. R cap is not a function of t. R cap indicates the direction. It varies with theta. Remember, R cap varies with the direction. So you have to write dr cap by dt as dr cap by d theta into d theta by dt. Plus, again product rule here. Dr by dt into theta dot t cap plus r into d theta dot by dt d cap. This one is over. Remaining is this. R theta dot, again see dt cap by dt. T cap, direction, not the function of t. So we write it is a function of direction. So t cap, so dt cap by d theta by dt. This is how we expand. Now, first term, look at the first term. Dr dot by dt. Here differentiation with respect to t. So it is represented by dot. With r dot, one more dot. So dr dot by dt is r double dot r cap plus here r dot, then d theta by dt, theta dot, dr cap by d theta, dr cap by d theta, the other unit vector, it is t cap, plus dr by dt, r dot, one more, theta dot, t cap, plus this one here, see, r d theta dot by dt, d theta dot by dt, r theta double dot, t cap, plus, look at here, r theta dot. Look at this term, r theta dot, then d theta dot, d theta by dt, one more theta dot, dt cap by d theta, that becomes minus r cap. We have the result, this minus r cap. When you simplify, you get this term, a term with r cap and a term with, separate the terms with r cap and t cap. So with the r dot, we get this term, along with the t cap, we get this. To r dot theta dot, see here, r dot theta dot t cap plus r dot theta dot t cap, 2 times r dot theta dot t cap. Now, then the equation before. Now compare equation 3 and 4. Both are expressions for acceleration. Compare 3 and 4. What do you get? R as r double dot minus r theta dot square. At as 2 r dot theta dot plus r theta double dot. These are the radial and transverse components of acceleration of a particle in arbitrary planar motion. Radial and transverse components. This is how we derive the radial and transverse components of velocity and acceleration. Here, remember, the important thing to remember is dr cap by d theta gives d cap. Yes, dr cap by d theta gives d cap and dt cap by d theta gives minus r cap. Dr cap by d theta is, t cap, dr cap by d theta gives t cap and dt cap by d theta is minus r cap. That's a very important thing that should be remembered here. Next is uniform circular motion. What is uniform circular motion? A motion of the particle in a circular path with constant velocity. The velocity in a circular path is called angular velocity, usually denoted by the symbol omega. Omega symbol for angular velocity. Motion of a particle in a circular path with the constant angular velocity is called uniform circular motion. Motion in a circular path with constant angular velocity. Uniform circular motion. So, angular velocity constant. In uniform circular motion, angular velocity is constant, omega is constant. And we define omega as rate of angular displacement, that is d theta by dt. Omega is d theta by dt, also denoted as theta dot. So omega or theta dot represents angular velocity, which is constant in case of uniform circular motion. Then, see here, this is a circular motion. Then the particle P, the radius vector, describes different angles in different time intervals. Theta varies between 0 and 2 pi. To start with, from this point, theta 0 and describes the path, comes back means total angular displacement for one complete rotation or one complete circular motion is 2 pi radian or 360 degree. Now, when the particle is in uniform circular motion, what is its velocity? Here, this is a special case of this arbitrary planar motion. This is a special case. So, by definition, velocity is dr vector by dt. That is d by dt of r cap. Or that is, see, this is r dr cap by dt only. Because when the particle is in circular motion, the magnitude of this radius vector r remains constant. At all the points, r remains constant. It is not changing with the t or theta. It's not changing with the t or theta. So that r is constant, we keep it outside. So this becomes r dr cap by dt. And again, r cap function of theta, not t. So we write it as dr cap by d theta by dt. And that becomes, we vectorize r d theta by dt, theta dot, dr cap by d theta is t cap. Theta dot is nothing but omega, so this is r omega t cap. Thus velocity is given by r omega t cap. When the particle is in uniform circular motion, the velocity of the particle is always r omega t cap, indicating that the term contains only t cap, the transverse component. Velocity has got only the transverse component. When the particle is in uniform circular motion, velocity is always along the transverse direction, along the tangent. That's the transverse component given by r omega. Magnitude is r omega. Uniform circular motion, velocity is always transverse. No radial component. Now acceleration. Acceleration is dv vector by dt. That is d by dt of r omega t cap. Differentiate. See here. Again, d by dt of r omega t cap. Uniform circular motion, r constant, omega is constant. So this one becomes r omega dt cap by dt. That is r omega dt cap by d theta into d theta by dt. That is r omega into d theta by dt, one more omega, dt cap by d theta minus r cap. So acceleration becomes minus r omega square r cap. Acceleration is minus r omega square r cap. What it says? Acceleration has got only one component, that is nothing but component along r cap, nothing but the radial component, no transverse component for acceleration, and it is minus. That's a negative sign. What the negative sign says? Acceleration of the particle is always along the radius vector. Only radial component, acceleration of the particle is always along the radius vector pointing towards the center. Minus sign says that acceleration points towards the center. And this acceleration is called as centripetal acceleration. That acceleration is called centripetal, centrally seeking acceleration, given by minus r omega square r cap. Magnitude is r omega square and the direction is along the radius vector. Minus means towards the center. This is centripetal acceleration. Then, in this uniform circular motion, the particle gets accelerated. As it moves from one point to other point, particle gets accelerated. There is acceleration means there should be some agent to accelerate that particle. That agent is nothing but a force. The force in uniform circular motion, by definition, is mass into acceleration. And here, acceleration is minus r omega square r cap. So that force acting on the particle in this uniform circular motion is minus m omega square r cap. Magnitude of the force is m omega square r. Direction is minus r cap. What it says? Force in uniform circular motion is always acting on the particle along the radius pointing towards the center. Force acts along the radius towards the center. That force is called the centripetal force. So in uniform circular motion, the force acting on the particle is centripetal force. The example force for this centripetal force is force of attraction between the sun and the planets. The planets are revolving around the sun in different orbits, and the required centripetal force to keep the planets in their orbit is provided by the gravitational force of attraction between the sun and the planets. Similarly, electrons are revolving in an atom. Electrons are revolving around the nucleus in circular orbits. There also, the required centripetal force to keep the electron in that circular path, centripetal force is required. The centripetal force required is provided by electrostatic force of attraction between the particle, that electron and the nucleus. there is an attraction between the nucleus and the electron that provides the required centripetal force. So in a uniform circular motion, the particle experiences centripetal force. And the results of these results, A and B, those results we can get from the arbitrary motion also. So in case of arbitrary motion, we have V vector is, this is for arbitrary motion. In a uniform circular motion, omega constant, R constant. See, R constant, theta dot omega constant, then this term becomes 0, so that V vector is R dot R cap, then what we got here. V vector is, see, I'm sorry. In a uniform circular motion, for arbitrary motion, this is the expression. In uniform circular motion, say R constant, so that R dot 0. R is constant, R dot 0. This term becomes 0. Remaining case, V vector equal to R theta dot T cap. I repeat, in uniform circular motion, R constant, so that R dot dr by dt 0. This term becomes 0. V vector becomes R theta dot T cap. What is theta dot? Omega. So V is R omega T cap, as we got here. V vector is R omega T cap. And acceleration. See, we have acceleration is given by this. This is acceleration for arbitrary planar motion. And in case of uniform circular motion, R constant, R dot 0, R double dot 0. This is 0. And remaining is R theta dot square. This remains. R dot 0, theta dot remains, but this, because of R dot, this term becomes 0. And theta double dot. What is theta double dot? D omega by dt. Omega constant, d omega by dt, it is 0. So that this term 0, this term 0, what's remaining? A vector is minus R theta dot square R cap. Only this much remains. Other things become 0. R constant, R dot 0, R double dot 0. Theta dot constant, theta double dot 0. So all this becomes 0. A vector becomes minus R theta dot square R cap. That's what we get. A vector is minus R omega square R cap. Thus, the results of uniform circular motion, expression for V and A, that can be obtained from this arbitrary planar motion also. With this, I stop here. Let us continue in the next class with some other topic.